Hi guys, congratulations to Kimi Antonelli for winning the Chinese Grand Prix, the second GP of the year. What a young man, what a race, what a boldness, what a future champion he is. Congratulations to him once again for achieving that feat in his career. 2 years ago when he was coming to F1, I supported him because I've seen what he can do. And we have huge talents like that in Nigeria that are of Nigerian descent. I'm talking about Philip Ghana, and I hope he gets a seat very soon. I'm talking about Ugo Ugochukwu, a wonderful talent, presently racing in F3, and so on and so forth. A lot of talents in Nigeria. When I said 2 years ago that he's right for the seat, I've seen his racecraft. And last year, when he got into the seat, by the middle of the season, a lot of people were like, oh, he was not performing well in that Mercedes. They need to demote him, they need to get him out, bring another driver. I was almost losing hope in my decision, in me saying, see, I believe in this boy is a future champion. But I said it in the podcast, and I said, see, this guy deserves the seat. He's a rookie, he's learning in a big team, and he needs the support of the whole team, especially racing against somebody that has had about 6 years of racing in his pouch and somebody that is boastful. So it will happen, just give him the time. And I was doubtful saying it. Toto Wolff gave him that chance. The middle of the season, the guy came up sprouting. He did amazing job, and he even took 2 or 3 podiums, got second in one, which was his best in F1 in his first season. And coming the second season, he took a pole last year in a sprint race. Now took a pole this year and won that same race. For an 18-year-old boy, that is massive. And that is a very wonderful job he did today, fending off Lewis Hamilton, fending off his teammates. It's not just, for me, it's not because the Mercedes is still the best car on the track or is a very fast car, because of the amount of art he was able to put into the game. That is massive. That is crazy. That is undoubtedly stunning. Seriously, put his whole heart, laid it down on that table, and drove a beautiful race. The guy was just jumping up in front, created that massive gap, and voila, he made some beautiful mistakes. Right? He's still young. He lost focus at the point, locked up big time, drove off, and you know what? Came back, won the race. What a young man he is. Congratulations to Lewis Hamilton on his first podium with Ferrari. Now he has officially become the first Formula 1 driver to get on podium for McLaren, Mercedes, and Ferrari. Now it's for him to win. That's the first step for Lewis Hamilton also to winning with Ferrari. Now he came in, said he's revigorated this year. He's very well in shape, in tune to make sure he delivers some spectacular races this year. Everybody said, let's see what he would do. First race, gave his teammate a heart attack, gave Mercedes a heart attack, but that was not his race. He was in there. The sprint race, he didn't hang in there. He gave them a beautiful heart attack, learning what to do for the main race. Like Charles Leclerc at a point was shaking today. He thought he had it all. Lewis Hamilton gave it to him back to back. At a point he was trembling. His whole heart was out of his chest. He was jumping, jogging out like, what the heck? It was not the best for him because he lost his mind. Charles Leclerc would think he had it all. Just see this guy through his, what are you doing on my window before? Jesus, he's out. He's gone. Wow. It was all bananas. At the end of it all, when Charles Leclerc was worn out, it was like, that was a good race. And I'm sure he's not had that kind of a good race in a long time. George Russell said that yesterday, that was a banana race. George Russell raced Charles Leclerc last week. Yeah, he complained. But he raced Lewis Hamilton this week. After the sprint race, was like, that was bonkers. That was crazy. The whole of respect looked at him and like, man, oh man, you're crazy, man. You can raise the heck out of the shit. Congratulations to Mercedes, another 1-2. Congratulations to Ferrari, another 3-4. For now, these are the best 2 teams. McLaren could not start the race. Electrical issues. They said they noticed just 1 hour before the race. Alex Albon was unable to start the race. Hydraulic issues. Gabriel Bortoleto unable to start the race. Bunkers and bananas for him. Was not himself. He was hungry. For me, that boy is raw talent. But now let's go to the winners of today. Pierre Gasly. What an incredible race he had today. The race today was fun for him. He had the battles. He picked his battles. He won his battles. But coming 6th, hell of a crazy race for him. In that Alpine, hula, great one. And to Oliver Bierman, what a young boy he is. What a race he had today. Perfect race for him. Started from 9th, came in 5th, On the first lap, chumped it up. No respect for anybody. Max Verstappen was ahead of him. Chumped him, raced Max Verstappen, raced Pierre Gasly, raced everybody raceable, save for those ahead of him. Great racing for Max Verstappen, but unfortunately, the Red Bull powertrain gave up on him. But Max Verstappen is really struggling in this car. I don't want to say much. I want us to get to the middle of the season before I judge this. At a point, he was racing with the sister team, Lindblad and Lawson, fighting them. That is where Max Verstappen is now. As in, I don't get it. Red Bull needs to do something about their car. They need to get it right. I think the engine is working perfectly on the Racing Bulls, but I don't know what is wrong with their own car. I hope they can give him a good guide. I hope he can bounce back, but I hope he recovers, he comes back and is strong from this race, because this race really took from him a lot. And for me, we will fight it out. We will fight. I'm telling you, we will fight. It will not be. We will fight. But Fernando Alonso broke his own record. Did 35 laps in that Aston Martin. He said he was already feeling up. At the point he was lifting his hand off the steering, his legs chilling out before he retired. He said it took vibrations for 35 laps. I think that was a massage he was having in the car. But you have to have another Sochi massage to help his body recuperate. Lance Stroll, Omotogbon, he quickly got out of the car after like 15 laps. Like, you guys cannot come and kill me here. He jumped out of the car, retired. Fernando Alonso did 35 laps. You want to kill yourself at 45, go and die. Me, I cannot come and die. I'm still young. He quickly jumped out of the car. I cannot come and die. You know, the vibrations in that car were just crazy. Hopefully by Japan they will have the updates that would blend the car in, but they're still having issues with their cars. Cadillac fought themselves at the beginning, got some setbacks, pulled it off, got lapped, but that's not the end of the world for them. They're still learning. I think with time they're getting data that will help them bring better upgrades for this car. I think they should get that. That'll be brighter for them. To Williams, great race for Carlos Sainz, the Matador. He fought through to get those massive 2 points ahead of Colapinto. He fought Colapinto for over 20 laps. Like, boy, oh boy, I'm getting this point. Two Mercedes engine stayed on there, fought head on like a mad dog. Great racing for Esteban Ocon. Fought, picked his battles, fought, gained so many datas for his team. Great racing. Piastri is the only driver this season that has not raced in any Grand Prix. Melbourne DNS, this China race, DNS, yes, he ran the sprint yesterday, but in main race, the main Grand Prix, no racing. McLaren will find their way ahead. They'll find out how to sort things out. They'll get it right. Ferrari are bringing up upgrades on the engine they're working on at present in Maranello to up the game, so I hope it will be worthwhile. But it's getting more interesting. Watch out for more updates. We'll catch up in Japan in the next 2 weeks. Hope everybody learned from the datas. They hope it. You can see from Melbourne to China, Ferrari got close, Mercedes moved again to another level. So I believe they will get closer again. Probably Mercedes will move to the point in which they know, this is where we really are, because Mercedes have not really shown where they really are. And when Mercedes shows where they really are, I think everybody might be lapped. Except maybe Ferrari and McLaren, and probably some teams may not be lapped, but if they really show their hand, because Mercedes are fast. But hopefully we see more battles like this from Ferrari, Mercedes. And going to Japan, these new cars, the cars are beautiful, the cars are fine, but the engine, 50-50 engine rule, the technical rule is crazy. We don't like it. They should adjust it. For me, on the start sequence, everybody should learn through it. Ferrari shouted last year, leave it to them. They got it. You find your way through. If I were Ferrari also, I'll block it. When I was shouting last year, you guys were like, yes, we are the best team, we are winning. They focused on winning, so everybody walk around it. But on the power ratio distribution, ICE to battery, I think it should be worked on. They should give them more power and save a lot of battery. These cars will be faster. Then by next year, they can do more on their engine. But I'm telling you, it's going to be very interesting. 2027, let's go back to V8, probably V10. Let's go back to V10, V12 engine. Smaller, compact V10, V12 engine. 1000 horsepower. Let's go there. You know, it will be very funny. No more batteries. Let's go back to conventional Formula 1 cars. Engine. It is really engine that we want. But it's getting more interesting, more funny. See you guys in Japan. Catch up on our shorts, some long videos. Catch up on the shorts. Bye.